Let's see. Can you see me in that camera?
Yes, I can.
We might be working right now, and I'm going to find out. And I got another.
It says
interview.
1 viewers.
Yay, 1 viewers! Which could be more. We don't know. Anyway, I'm going to see if this is working here.
Hey, you're not allowed to be on here.
It's still working. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Okay. All right. So I'm going to tell T-Boy it's working. T-Boy! Johnny, I think we're working. I think so.
I really want to climb the city hall.
I think so.
I can't say I want to.
If this doesn't continue to work, I am going to re-download Ustream on my Android. So if you go right over there, we'll be able to see you. Hello.
Hello.
So I'm going to get a little bit closer. Let's see here. There we go. Now we should be able to hear you.
Oh, yeah.
So,
quiet voice. You have the same phone as me.
I don't understand my phone. It's too much phone for me.
Too much phone for you.
It is. It is.
Just in quantity.
Yeah, it's got stuff, and I don't know about it. I'm learning.
My phone is smarter than me too.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't
Well,
feel bad.
there's no cure for this for me. So I always say, who are you?
Oh, I'm Jason. I should show my awesome t-shirt.
That is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna show this up close.
This
Very
is
nice.
way more
Oh
interesting.
no! Oh no! Children go to bed. This is too much for you.
NC-17.
Oh, I guess it's just
It's
nature.
love between consenting unicorns.
Exactly. Exactly. Nice. It's like
Nothing wrong with
have
that.
you seen when they cover who are they called? Faith No More covered the Lionel Richie song
Easy.
Easy. Did you know that the cover? Everybody bought that album who listened to K103 Easy Listening.
I love that song.
And they bought that album because they thought that that's what Faith No More was. And they bought
They thought
the
it was the
pretty.
Commodores.
They brought the
See you,
pretty,
Tommy.
beautiful. Bye.
They should get you up there soon.
Cool. They brought the very pretty Sahara or Serengeti, and there were animals, and the animals were in such position
really?
in the beautiful shadow, and nobody noticed till they take a look later after they're like rah, 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 rah,
Yeah.
and they're like wow.
Rubble, rubble.
Yeah, rubble,
We
rubble. That's our word around here.
Yeah.
We should flash the camera up to that camera so we can film them filming us.
That's a great idea. Actually, we could do that on your if you're on what do you call it, OPDX Live or Vigil TV. You're watching them. Don't mess. They're not. We're not supposed to be up here. You're really pushing it. Nameless. Do what you just did. Do what you just did to the camera. Yeah. See.
I'm watching you watching me.
All right. Okay. So. Okay. We have 2 viewers right now, and so for the other viewer or however many, who are you again?
I'm Jason.
Again,
Nice to
Jason.
meet
We already saw the unicorn T-shirt.
And the reward for viewing
Flash.
is our eternal gratitude.
you. Yeah.
There you go. That's the reward.
It doesn't end.
If you're a
Always.
capitalist pig, you're not going to appreciate that. But
Yeah.
anyway, okay. So now the next question is, what is the vigil?
Oh, well, the vigil, there's, homeless people aren't allowed to camp. They aren't allowed any kind of structure. They're over them like a tent or anything else like that. If they're in a sleeping bag, they have to stay on a certain part of the sidewalk close to the road. It's very dangerous. And actually, they come by spraying pesticides every once in a while. That's incredibly dangerous and very unhealthy. I know a young lady named Mo who's suffering
I was
already
sprayed.
from things. And yeah, all of these, but she already has
I'm fine
some
now.
problems. Anyways, there's about 2,000 homeless people in Portland in excess of what the shelters can hold. And a lot of them are very unsafe people for a variety of reasons, unsafe places for a variety of reasons. And people just want to be able to have a tent, sleep in it, camp. They don't have shelter, they should be able to. But
Oh, and
It's a
for
protest.
all you people out here who think that we should just go to the shelters, well, they're probably full as we speak. So
they are at capacity all the time. There's 2,000 over capacity in Portland in general at any given night. That's kind of crazy. That's outrageous. Um, but anyway, we had this camp. There's this group of people called Occupy Portland. They had this camp.
Oh, those filthy occupiers.
I know, and they were
Get a
doing
job.
this weird thing where there's a whole lot. There's hundreds of homeless people that were living there as well as protesters. Some of them protesting as well as houseless, and they were being fed 4 times a day, and they had shelter. They had basic medical attention. That's kind of crazy.
It was some awesome stuff, and that got shut down.
By state violence, unfortunately,
Yeah.
police came and it came to blows, and they well, actually there's someone still in a wheelchair right now.
They kicked your ass, man.
Yeah, they kicked their ass. Actually, and Portland is very touching. 7,000 to 10,000 people came in aid to occupy Portland, and sort of held held the cops off for the whole night. And then in the
That's
morning, they
awesome
waited
stuff.
until there was just the fewest amount of people. People were asleep. They came in, swept them
Isn't
out.
it true that they said that they were going to let us stay and then everyone went home? That's what I heard. Is that true?
You know,
Or they
I
said
don't
something-
know. They say when
something
they say
like the
after we
street.
push them out, who cares what they say? Kind of, because they're gonna. It's not like they said, "Oh, we'll let you stay," after we push them out with sheer numbers, completely non-violently.
Right.
For the most part.
They had something. They had something to prove. Their manhood was jeopardized.
To a great degree. Yeah. It was kind of personal with a lot of cops. But the vigil is the only occupation left in Portland standing, and they've been
And
here
it's the
for-
most peaceful one too.
It's very peaceful. It's been here for a long time. There's,
Well, the most non-violent.
oh yes.
Yeah, it's not always peaceful. There's honking sometimes and
And
other.
and sometimes there's a creeper that comes by that we're starting to chase off now. So
Yeah,
That's true.
I'm with you on
he
that.
came by tonight, and I just flat out I walk up and I point down the road, and he drives up.
Yeah.
Oh, Mercedes guy. Oh, okay.
Mercedes.
Yeah, that poor guy. He's got problems and he scares people.
But I just
So-
walked up and pointed
Okay,
down the road.
can I tell a story about that guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so just for a second, because I won't get back.
This is for you, creeper dude, if you're watching
Yeah,
live
no,
stream.
I don't think he is. I think
I
he's.
doubt he is.
It's a
Who knows,
miracle.
he could be.
He's actually driving a car, which is freaky to me because he actually comes up here and pulls in the middle of traffic and stops and looks, and he kind of fixated on me because I talked to him for a while, and I said, "No, you need to go home. Why don't you want to go home?" He says, "I'm afraid to drive." I was like, "How far away?" He's like, "Not far." I was like, "Just go home," you know. And he told me how he wanted to commit suicide, and I was like, "I can't help you there, but you should talk to someone right now. We should call police if you're having this problem." And he said, "But they'll take me away." So he has discussed his problems, but he says that he would never hurt anyone, and he was aghast when I was expressing my concern because he said something like, "Get in my car." And I had to explain, you should not just tell women to get in your car, even if you're being kind. He says, "But I don't hurt anyone, they try to hurt me." So he's very disturbed and he scares people, even though he seems very sweet and needs help very badly, and he keeps asking me to save his life. Well,
I have to see him. But
it
still,
happened
I feel bad,
over,
but I have to be kind of
over and over and over
rough.
again, until one day, Nameless and someone else, he has a hat, not the horn hat, but the
Goat
no,
hat.
Who was it? Huh?
There's like a goat hat or something.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they chase the back of the car. They go, "You're watching us, we're gonna watch you," and they run up to the guy and actually ran while his car pulls away. So now Nameless just has to run up to the back of his car and the guy drives off. So
I just had to point down the road tonight.
Yeah. He was
Nice.
very forceful. He was like,
Move it.
And he immediately did. It's like,
yeah,
uh-oh.
but he doesn't want us to call the police.
I'm
But
not
if
gonna
he
do
comes
anything
around,
violent,
we
too.
Oh,
have
yeah.
to because he really needs to talk to somebody right now, and he is freaking people out. So.
There's, yeah.
But he does not get out of his car. and he's afraid of us.
So he talked to you while he was in the
I talked to him while he was in the car. He said he wanted to get out. I said, no, you stay in the car
He's
because
afraid
of what you
what-
said.
He said he was afraid of people here? Or?
No, he didn't say he was afraid of people here. I just know that he's very timid and he's slightly concerned about like things hurting him from. I mean, he's paranoid about various things hurting him. Maybe like driving and stopping in the middle of the road could hurt him. I don't think he should be driving. I don't know what's going on with that. So I will call the police because this man is a danger to himself.
I don't endorse calling up the police.
To help the man.
Well, you know
At
what
all.
he should call
To help
is
the man.
anyone having problems in thinking suicidal thoughts, there's plenty of free
There's
lines,
suicide
hotlines, and these are manned by people and womaned by people that are learning how to be therapists. Usually they're like students.
They're not cops.
Sometimes graduate students. They're not cops. Sometimes people don't have anyone to listen to, and sometimes people don't have anywhere to vent, and they get frustrated, they get freaked out, and they just need someone to hear them for once, and then they talk, and that's very useful.
Well, he doesn't want help because what he wants is to use that as a way to convince you to talk to him.
I think so.
He's
That sounds
lonely
manipulative.
because when I did mention various ways that he could be helped and different techniques of breathing and so forth, he really was just interested. He didn't want me to leave. In fact, he told me a joke and it was really funny, but he was telling me jokes because I was starting to leave. So I do want to say he gave a gift to the world, and that was what did the fish say when he hit the wall?
Damn.
Damn!
The
And I laughed for a while about that.
That's not
So Jason, will you do us a favor? Do you have the capability of looking on Ustream right now as we're broadcasting?
on the website, or yeah,
Yeah, it would be really cool
sure.
because I want to see.
try.
And sometimes OPDX Live has us
I
too,
have
live stream. So
really bad internet connection.
okay. Well, anyway,
But
someone told me
Ustream-
that Solar Breeze told me that the video was frozen. I don't know if it's still frozen. And
Or if we're
hey,
frozen.
oh, are you freezing for them? Are you gonna do the mime?
Yeah.
Something you don't know
Ustream,
about.
The mime, I know.
What was that? That was a mime groove. I don't. You were too close. Here, repeat. That's nice.
So what is
Okay, we
thing-
lost everyone.
What is
No,
your
I'm just
thing
kidding.
on?
So the channel is called Vigil-TV.
Hey, we got 3 viewers now.
Yeah, and like I said,
Yay,
it could be.
we're stepping up in the world.
If we were on live stream, which we will be sometimes, because like T-Boy just texted people.
Oh,
Um,
and for the new viewer that came in, the reward for viewing us is our eternal gratitude. So, yeah.
Just catching you up.
They didn't see the dimple when you said that. You were cut off. Here, this is what you get. Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Aw. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Smile.
I missed your dimples. Dang it.
Did we-
This is actually called dimple television. Oh, hey,
Sorry about
watch
that.
it,
That was
buddy.
It's a
Don't. Hey, this is family viewing.
yeah. Only
No.
unicorns.
Tried to
Wait.
squish his head.
So
What are you doing? Are you trying to like?
Squish his head, yeah.
I'm pinching your face.
She does a lot better.
well, I have the Ustream app for actually streaming. I'll try
No,
that.
no, we just want to go on the
I
video.
can't-
Sorry about the
it's not
silliness.
working. I can't-
So we
but
just
I
have
texted
no
someone
idea.
so they could see if it's working, and
Yay! Yay!
maybe.
Okay, is it still frozen?
I don't know. They're not. Okay, well, anyway, if it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. Either way,
I can't argue
it's
with that
not.
statement.
It's not good TV to just talk about if it is or not, right?
But it says it's working right there now,
It does. It
and
does.
you have internet connection.
I do.
Do you
So
have?
you know what?
What?
It will go on our even if it were frozen, I think it would probably go on our recording, which is the interview. So I am going to get back to that.
All right.
All right,
Alright.
okay. Um,
I'm gonna be out.
all right. Bye, nameless. Okay, so the sidewalk, the sidewalk action is picking up in the sense that people around town are now telling each other, like, who don't even know us yet,
Yeah.
that this is a safe place to sleep. R2D2 has us listed
That's a safe place.
as a safe place to sleep.
That's good.
And Mo, who you were talking about, she just heard about us.
Yeah.
Except, I don't think we were counting on her getting sprayed with pesticide and sick.
No, she already had health problems, but that being
Yeah.
sprayed with the poison.
So she's the one
not
who,
help.
who figured out that it was actually pesticide by checking out the truck and what they have in that container, and
Yeah.
it is not water as we
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that makes sense because it's spraying at the curb and they're not spraying the rest of the street.
And those guys, the drivers, kind of
Oh, they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Absolutely doing it
Yeah,
on purpose.
because you can't not see people. In
No, this
sleeping
was
bags.
this
So
was
that was
out
intentional.
on the loading zone, which has nobody there. It's very clearly, on purpose. So, yeah, it's disgusting. And that is a city contracted company. So
Was it Central City concern?
that's not what I remember.
Okay, because they usually aren't dicks, so
All right. So yeah, I don't know.
shouldn't say those words. Family friendly.
I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
That's not too bad.
Actually, if you want to get coached on how to say the F word, you can watch one of our friends. What's his name? It was a great interview.
He says things that.
Jeffrey? That's what he.
Yeah.
Jeffrey. Interview with Jeffrey. That is a amazing video because he talks about the Clackamas County Jail. Jeffrey is fleeing instead of serving 90 days, which he said he would gladly serve,
Oh,
except for the fact that this jail is not made for anything beyond 60 days. It's not rated for that. It was supposed to be just a holding area for inmates going to the pen. And so they put the Clackamas County Jail in there, and he's like, this is a hallway. That's all it is.
not cool.
So anyway, they have everything set to make you crazy, to make you fight. It's all, he was telling me a story about a guy with a split lip from a fight where he could see his bottom teeth through the split, and the guy stood out there and he lost like a pint of blood before the guy would come out. He just absolutely refused to come out because he actually had a sign up that said, the next person who bothers me is going to go in the hole. So, rap for like 10 minutes, nothing. And definitely scary condition. So,
Yeah,
so we have more viewers, and I have a question for you guys. If you can give on the chat. Of course, I'm not even sure if the chat would be frozen, but can you give me a sign here, because we were having problems with our video. Give me a sign. Did you see that? If anybody can get on the chat and let me know, I'd really appreciate it. So,
I don't know. It's found it.
yeah. So anyway, all right. So about how people have been sleeping out here and some of the things they've been subjected to,
Yes.
but going back to the safety, why is it? Why is it that people feel like they need to be here at all? What's going on?
Well, City Hall, the people who make decisions, they should be forced to see this. Homeless people, houseless people, are just people want to ignore them. People didn't like the camp, the commune, because it was putting it in people's faces that there was people, there's people out there that had to be there, and they just want to ignore out of this problem. They want it to go away. They want to think that it doesn't exist, but it does exist. It should be dealt with.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah,
kind of
out
a
of sight,
thing.
out of mind, and that's what they want. But it should be in the mind of the people who go through these doors to City Hall or to the other doors, like the Portland building right next door, and all the places where they will make these decisions. They should be forced to think about that. They should see that every day. There's people that come from other countries. There's all these Scandinavian hybrid socialist capitalist countries where they've used a lot of socialist ideas. They haven't taken away people's businesses and stuff, but there's no huge monopolist corporations. There are big corporations there, but they have laws, so they're not as incredibly evil as they can be here.
Lawless, completely
And
lawless.
they have a very strong social safety net. So in other words, there's no one selling themselves unless they want to. They already have houses. There's no one looking through garbages unless they want to. They have a basic sustenance level for everyone. So there is literally no homeless people in some of these countries. And when they come here, they cry because they've never seen this and they freak out. And I've read a couple of things from these people going, I thought America was great. Why do you have this problem still?
Right.
And if you think about it, in a land of such huge wealth, there should not be this. There's trillions of dollars being given away to banks that can't even operate on a profit level. But you can't just have some place that people won't get rained on, and then you make it illegal to have a tent for people, and you make it illegal to have something to bring the sleeping bag up off of the frozen concrete. That's psycho. That's insane. That's not the way a society should be run. And regardless of where you are, far right, far left, anywhere in between, or
Thank you,
elsewhere,
KMM.
I think people basically agree that people shouldn't. They disagree on the ways that it should be dealt with, but everyone thinks that shouldn't exist.
Right.
I'm pretty certain.